begin with the Grace Yashikoyach to Rabbi Kalmenson. Rabbi Kalmenson, ich bei ich habe es anders wie hat mit Yeshiva Bachman. Die Chaber, das alle Chaber, was arbeiten schwerer Parnasse. Und die gamben in der Wegzeit zu Pashat lernen. Und wie wir sagten in unserer Sprache, they never meinen es mit den Emmes. And you look at them, they're all Nishkin younger Chaber, they Pashat won't learn Tzmeim with Var Hashem. And they give me chizuk, koyach, to continue to do what I do. But as Echosart mentioned for him. So the core group that came here for this year tonight, I'm actually ending Lenin Hilchas Edis. They did the Dayonis, Ayashvager, Abavrami Hertz, and Tifahert and Hilchas Edis. Tifahert and Hilchas Edis. Dayonim. Dayonim, sorry. And Edis. And Mirz Hashem werden sie verhört auf Dienstag by Rabbi Leshus. Aber ich habe gesagt, as I told them that okay, the halacha is very tic-tac, it's a bissel dry. Without picking a bissel the meat and potatoes when you say the schmaltz. So for the schmaltz, I'm going to Rabbi Kalmenson twins. So I brudet gerecht wegen Haggadas Edus b'fnei Bezdin. Eben zu der Shmiya, oder zu der Haggadah. And obviously, the Yeshiva Shemesechta, at least in Lubavitch, is Gittin. Gittin is a load of information on Edis. So I don't have to feed Rabbi Kalmenson is a well-known Talmid Chacham. I'm a chaver of many svarim on Shas, the Shema Shiurim. So Elliot, Dr. Grossman, when the Shiur is over, you're going to go check him out. You'll see that even in your circles, he has accredited from the Novominsker Rebbe, from great Talmid Chachamim. Okay, in Lubavitch we don't give a hespedim. Let's start. Rabbi Kalmenson, Gracie Ashikayach, and the Chaver Zayin Tzmeim with Var Hashem.
Okay, yeah. You remind me with your introduction. We had here a senator, Joe Lieberman. So once he was by dinner in Stamford, and the guy who introduced him, he said he's that and that and that. So when he came to speak, he said, "Thank you for such an introduction, and I wish my father would be here. He would hear every word.
He would believe every word.
And my mother would even believe every word." Okay, Amir said before the learning.
Yeah.
Really, it's very nice to see Balabatim who wants to learn and learn. I remember I used to give a shiur years ago in Shiva for Balabatim, a few Balabatim, and they were really in learning. So I told them once, I have Balabatim that are learning with Yeshiva Bochim, and Yeshiva Bochim will learn with Balabatim. Okay, so we'll start. There is a klal, Heidoas Baldin, Kemea Adim Domi. If the man is made that is chayev money, he has a din like 100 Adim. He's chayev. If he says in front of two Adim in Bezdin that I owe this guy $100, he has to pay. He does Baldin Kemea Adim Domi. I think more in Kemea in Russia. So the question is like Schneerson, I mind, very good. What is the pshat like 100 Adim? 100 Adim could get mukhesh from under Adim. 2 Adim are like 100. If you have 100 Adim say you owe money, and 2 Adim are saying you don't owe, it's a kroshe. I would say a kroshe. It's a and misofik you don't have to pay. So, but the difference in those baldin is even against Adim. If you say a guy asks you, you owe me a money, you owe me $100, and you say no, I never took by you money, and 2 Adim are coming and saying that they saw how you borrowed from him $100, and you paid him back. So he has to pay. Because since he said he never borrowed, if you didn't borrow, you didn't pay. So it's like you said, I, the Adim, are saying that he paid. His voice is stronger than Adim. So
is that all mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. את הנשמע בשם עם הסנירה. So the question is, the Gemara shall say, hey, doas baldin, yeser kemeo edim dome. It's more than 100 edim even, because the din will be that he will be believed not the edim. What's the lotion kemeo edim dome?
Guzman.
What?
Guzman.
Okay, bald. So the חידוש יורית והחדושים, אם בו במציא ובדיר באדם גימול, says, the Gemara says, מה לעדים שכן ישנו בהכחושב הזומה. Adim could get a mukresh from under Adim, but he himself, a dos baldin, is stronger, because the dos baldin, you can get mukresh from Adim. You are always believed. So the Chidush Ritva says, Tema befiv sheine bakrosh vazome pirush sheim heido vafilu chod avo man nizkarte shehu kedivre oedim, even if he'll say later, oh, I remind myself that the edim are right, I paid. Doesn't help. Even the edi, since he agreed that he owes the money, that's all. Does baldin chshuvo yeser meidim. The Chidush Ritva is explaining does baldin is more than 100 edim. Umay damrina b'chol duchte does baldin kemea edim is lavdavke like 100. It's more than even 100. Dimken ki keedim the makrishale name the trei kemea or make it trei. If you say that it's like 100 edim, so if he has edim who are contracting them him, so it should be a sofik. Elo Guzman aktinen, like Mendel said. Very good. The Ritva says the Loshen Kemei Edim is a Guzman. He does baldin.
Guzman means an exaggeration. It's just an expression. It's an expression. It doesn't mean the number is not real.
He does baldin chshuva bekol mokim. Vafila b'mokim edim kemeo edim b'mokim shein shom edim. Like 100 edim, and nobody says against them, so the din is for sure, we believe the edim. So he is always believed like edim without akroshe. That's what the Chidush Ritva says. But still, why did the Gemara use the lotion? Why did the Gemara want to say kemeo edim? We should say yeser kemeo edim. But really, in that lotion, what Chazal said, he does baldin kemeo edim, in that is explained the whole reason why he does baldin is stronger than edim. But really, the Tzos, similar medaled, he brings a raya. There is a shaila why they does baldin kemeo edim. A shaila from the Dela Chenim. So the Tzos says it's poshet. It's a Rashi says in Kiddushin that Tzagzeres Akosu. It says Asher Yemer all of Kihuzeh.
Which Tzos are you talking about?
What? The Tzos in Similar Medaled.
Which Kusif Kutin?
Medaled. Asher says, he does baldin kemeo edim diksiv asher yeimar ki hu zeh harei shesomach al mitzvos eidose. So the Torah relied on what he was made. The Torah accept it and that it's true. He's a seaman, I don't believe him. That's what Asher says. There's a question. Then the Tzos is asking a question. But how do we know that is Yeser Memeyoidim?
It's talking about kosher. It's talking about kosher.
Yeah, maybe the Posuk is talking, but nobody's a makrish. But if you have Eidim against him, it's a sofik. And the Tzor says, I'll tell you the Losh. People made a kmin, no longer those Valdin, Yeser Meidim. Die Mishum Diksiv, Ki Huzeh, Hainu Echadalek Eidim the Makrishli. Maybe the Torah is talking that you don't have Eidim, or saying against him. Mishum Migu, the Nemon. Because he has a Migu. If he wanted, he could give the money. That's why he's
nicht der Edem und mit lebt dem, seien sie die geworden Psulim.
What?
Und mit
They
lebt
didn't
dem,
wear the Spossel.
und mit lebt dem, werden sie Apostel, sie sind nicht gar kosher,
You
aber
believe
Apostel werden
him,
sie.
and him, he's believed. So he has to pay. But it doesn't mean that the Eidim are getting Postel.
No.
Aber hege die Eidim the Makrishle, the Leshaich Migu, the who the Amigo Mokemedem Leamrinen, Vim came in all and do Nemon. The Tzos is asking, maybe when the Torah said that you believe him, is when nobody's a Makrish. Then he's believed because he had Amigo. If he wants, he could give the money. But if Eidim are Makrishim, Amigo neged Eidim is not believed. That's what Tzos is asking, and a black with a kasha.
Isn't that a Moide b'mixers? And we don't believe him. We make him swear in the other half.
Yeah, but the half that he says that you believe it. That's why he has. Sure. Why do he has to swear on the other half? Because since it's made of mixes, it's a semen that something happened here. But it's only because he's believed and the 50 that he says, ayo. If he wouldn't believe, so he's a kefer hakel.
Rabbi, if you have a nitva and he's moide, was heißt Edim der Machachish? The Tebeh says you owe me money. He says, yeah, I owe it to you. So there's no more any sichsok.
No. If somebody asks you money and you say, I don't owe you, I never took by you, and Edim are coming and saying, we saw that you took from him money and you paid it back. So if we would go according to the Edim saying that he paid back. But since he says, when you say you didn't borrow, you didn't pay.
Right.
So you have idea that you didn't pay back. And the Edim are saying you borrowed. And that the Edim are believed because it's lachevosei. That's
called a haidah?
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about here when he's Maida and Edim Machachish?
That we're talking in a normal case that when he's made, I borrowed money by you. You're right. So he has to pay.
He has no migli of parity if he was made the kegende. That's what he's saying. Name?
If he say
Lavisi or parity.
Leila Visi, I didn't borrow it. And Edim are coming and saying, we saw how you borrowed the money. And we saw that you paid it back. So according to the Edim, he doesn't have to pay. Because the Edim saying that he paid back. But he said, since he said Leila Visi, it's just like he said, Leiporaitin.
Yeah, but this is a lum the Shahidah. Because Lapoil, he's not, I never, this is a lum this color.
Yeah.
What's the Peretz Frektober, the Pashtas Haidah is not that lum the Shahidah. The Pashtas simple Haidah, if you come over to me and say, you owe me $1,000, and I say, yeah. And then that's Haidah. And then, for whatever reason, I want to change my mind. Just change respect.
But we want to find a case with the Edim.
Ankommen zu der ganzen Sache. It's not gigantic. sagt der Fall, wenn es ist eine Machlekes weiter.
The guy wants for them the geld. The guy is asking him the money. And he said, I don't know because I never got it from you. And Edim was saying, you got it and you paid. He has to pay. But the question with the Tzosrek, how do we know that the Doaz Baldin is stronger than maybe the Torah is talking when nobody's makrishim, we don't have Edim against him. He said maybe
the Ketzais uses that example of Loi Lavisi, Kaloi Paraiti Dami. That's the Hidah. The Ketzais says that?
And the Ketzais is talking on a normal case, not made of a mixes. A normal case made of a mixes is somebody asks you, you owe me $100, and you say, I owe you only 50. So you have to swear. But why? Because we believe you, and that you owe 50. Since 50 you owe, we see, hey, something happened here. He was something. So you have to swear that you don't know the under 50.
So where, in that case, where's the Hakakasha of Edim? We come to an Edim.
No. Over there is no Hakakasha from Edim. But the Ktos fragt, the deal will be even if it will be Hakakasha from Edim.
But Rabbi, so if he says already that I diver borrowed the money, and the Adim are already saying that he paid it back, wouldn't a better lie be I paid it back? So why would we not believe him? Because he could make a better lie instead.
Because he's a liar. That's why the Adim. He said I never took the loan, so he's a liar. He's out. He's done. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Pay up. Because when you say it never happened, it means that I didn't pay. That's what it comes out in the end. I didn't pay because the Adim come and they say, "Hey, I saw you pay. You took the loan.
Right.
I said pay." It's over.
Well, why would
He
we
has
believe
no
him
legs.
because
He has no nothing. He has no sense. He's just a phony. If these are kosher Adim, it's all over. We learned that a long time ago with Rabbi Wilson.
Okay. I mean,
let me simplify this. If Aiden say that you owe money, but even if they continue to say that you paid, and that's in that aspect, when you say I never took the money,
so you said like I didn't pay.
It means you didn't pay. Why does it mean you didn't pay? Maybe you didn't take the money because that's not an option. The agent said that you took.
Sure.
Thank you.
And that what he say I didn't took, we don't say Doaz Baldin Kemea or Edim. Doaz Baldin is only an Achiyuv. When he says I owe the money. When he says I doesn't know, the Edim are believed. So, but of this question from the Ktos that is asking, maybe the Torah is talking in a case that no Edim against him, and he is believed because he has amigo. So that really, it's not such a strong question, because the Ktos alone, in the same Ktos, he brings a raya that a Doaz Baldin is believed. And it's not because he had amigo, he could, if he wants, he could give the money. The Marine Lab wanted to say that why the Doaz Baldin Kemea Edim, because if he wants, he could be mechayiv himself. He could give the money. He could say, I owe you the money, and he'll have to pay because he's all. And so the Ktor says, no, we can't say like that. Since the Torah says, "B'meideh b'miktzes," that he has to swear. That is a raya. B'meideh b'miktzes. When is a shvuah? If and the money that the other one is asking you, half you made it. So we're saying, Raglaim Ledovo, there is something in the time from the Tevea. He's asking you 100 and you made a 50. It's a semen that's something you took. And there was a halvoah. So we must say that the Doaz Baldin is Miteras Nemones because we believe him. If we'll say that because if he wants, he could give it, so that's not called a Meideh b'miktzes. The other one is asking him $100. And he said, I owe you $50, but not from the halvoah that that you're asking. If we say that the Ameda b'miktzes, it must be that he's believed, and that's what he says. He says it's not because he could give the money. If he would, because if he could be, he would be a chiyuv chodesh.
You understand what
But somebody asks you, you owe me $100, and I'm saying no, I don't know you, and then I'll say I owe you $50.
Well, Rabbi Kalmenson, let me see if I could say it in different words. Rabbi Kalmenson is saying that when there is a moed b'miktzah that he has, that the Torah says we pay what you say, the 50, and for the second 50 we still think you owe it, and that's why you have to make a shiur. Why is it that way? It could be one of two ways. One way is a person, anytime he says that I owe a person, just like you could take your money and put it in the toilet. You're the balabas and your money, and you could be your car. You could do whatever you want with the money. So that's why, because of that, you have to pay up. Or no, that's not the reason. The reason is when you said I owe you 50, we believe it's not you could pay. You could do things to other money. We believe that you actually owe this money. It's not that you're just being a nice guy giving money. You actually
believe what you're saying. And he said 50 that you borrowed me, that you're asking, 50 I owe you. And that's why he has to swear. So the Torah says we must say that it's because he's believed on what he says. And it's not because anu chiyuv. I could give him more now $50. If it will be the Hamish.
Yeah, but every migi creates an amunas. No? Whole Torah's migi is that it creates.
Yeah, but here the mig, what the Marim Balev says, is because if he wants, he could give it.
And therefore, as we believe him, that he's mechiv.
Well, we could
A different type of migil.
Because, no, you asking me a week ago, I borrowed you $100. And I say, 50 I borrowed. So why I'm considered a made b'miktzes? Because when I'm saying 50 I borrowed, it's mean I was made there, and the 100 that you asked me last week I gave you, I made there and 50. But if I'm going to say, yes, a week ago I never took by your money, I want to give you now $50. Will be that considered made b'miktzes?
If you say, ich weiß, ich bin gewähne Yeshiva, gewähne Hakire, Zemigi is an amunis, Zemigi is koich hatayne. If you say koich hatayne, I understand what you're saying is you only have the koiches of that taine, it's not an amunis. But if migi is an amunis always.
But it depends which migu. Here the migu is because I can give you the money now. But I can't make that a week ago I gave you the money. That's
but here's a different migu. It's not the regular migu.
Yeah, not regular migu. Very good.
But if I come to Rabbi Wilhelm and I knock on his door and say, Rabbi Wilhelm, here's the $50 I owe you, and thank you for loaning me money, and I start to walk out, and he says, wait, no, it wasn't 50, it was 100. In that case, I think I would have the presumption that I'm telling the truth, and ain't motive. You're not going to be
that could be a door belief.
Right, then it's not a moed b'miktzas.
Yeah.
Right. I'm seeing like I'm a good guy, and you don't move money without a raya. Ain't raya, so you don't have really.
The mixes is only if the door comes after the tviyah, after the time. The other guy asks you owe me $100, and then you made you owe 50.
Right.
But if you come to the other guy and tell him I owe you $50, and the other guy will tell you, no, you owe me 100. That's not considered a made mixes.
Because when we come to somebody and say, here it is, here's your pay, then that's considered it. When this is it, here's your money, it's considered I paid the whole thing.
Let me simplify what the rabbi is saying. When you come over to me and say, where's the $100 you owe me? And I say I owe you 50, there are two different reasons why you should pay the 50. One reason is because I admitted to your claim. You asked for 100. I didn't admit for the full claim, but I'm responding to your claim. Right. That's one reason. That is, they trust me that I actually owe you the money. The second reason, what the rabbi is saying, is no. You know why I have to pay? Because a person could say, here, take a present. A person could give money to whoever he wants. So when I say I owe you 50, it has nothing to do to what you're asking.
Right, but what I said was totally different. I'm saying I walk up to you in the street. Here's the 50 I owe you. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.
That's not a moed b'mikvah.
Wait, it was 100.
Simple, you learned that. That's not a moed b'mikvah.
I know that. I'm saying this is where you do have the migu. Is in this case when the guy comes to him unannounced, and says, "This is it. Here's your money." Then it's settled. You can't then come and take him to court for the other $50 because we presume that the Lova is telling the truth and he came out of his own way. You're not going to move the money in a variah because there's no star here, right? There's no star. It's a middle of a path. So if I pay up first without anybody asking, I would assume I have the presumption that I'm like returning a lost object, more or less.
It's halach. It's halach.
Right.
Anytime you pay before there's a tviyah, it's halach.
Okay.
Even if you pay immediately upon a tviyah, it's halach.
Let Rabbi Kalmenson give the share.
Well, I'm just saying that this is
very good.
Here's where you have the
If a guy walks over to somebody and tells him, "I owe you $100," that's no Heidos Baldin. He could be chayzer because there was no tviyah. He could be mishatani b'choy. He could tell him.
Essen in Adim, von Adim.
Er sagt, that the Meida is an andermeiser. I'm talking in the street.
Remember, I got to correct you. Mishata ani b'cha is only when there's a tviyah. Shalei la'azbiyah tzatz.
No. I'm sorry.
No, you don't. There's two reasons.
No,
Mishata ani b'cha is when you ask me for $1 million. So I say, you must be kidding. So I'm joking.
We have a difference of opinion.
No, listen, I'm telling you what it says later. There's two different. The shaloi la'azbiyah as atzmoi. That's when there is no tviyah. Mishat ani b'cha is only responding to tviyah. Okay, let's let Rabbi come. Sorry.
So let's come to the first question. What's meaning those baldin kemei or Adim?
You're right. Ich gemeint sagen a pesha osser a pesha hitter, nicht mishat ani b'cha. As he has a time, you'll lach ze by a pesha osser or a pesha hitter.
Okay, that will cost you.
Okay, yeah, you're right. No, you're mishat ani b'cha tviyah. Yeah. If there's no tviyah, he can't tell him mishat ani b'cha. What was he mishat? You're right. No.
What's the shaila? What Rabbi? Your shaila
is why they those baldin stronger than Adim.
I thought it's two shilas. Shilah number one is once you have two edus, it's 100 edus, 1,000,000 edus is the same. What's the expression? Kemea.
Yeah.
And the second shilah is the what's happening.
How do we know it? How do we know that his edo is stronger than Adim? So the Cheir the Bir is very poshet. Edo's baldin helps because the Torah says, a man says, I owe money. It's sure that he owes the money. It's a birur. It's an amonis. We believe him that he owes the money. That is what happened.
Not because he's able to. I can't reach far from the girl.
No. Like the Tzor said. Kihuze Rasha says, when a man says, I owe you the $50, he's believed. We sure that it's a birur that he owes the money. Now, the din from Adim that we believe two Adim. The Rambam said that's not a raya that two Adim are saying it's for sure true. Could be sometimes two Adim will say a lie. The Rambam says in two places, in Hilchis say that in Perek Zayin Aloha Zayin, שבכך נצטווינו, כמי שנצטווינו לך תחסדין על פי שני עדים כשרים, ואף על פי שאפשר שהדיעו בשקר. אלו כשרים אצלנו, מעמידים איזון כשוסם. The Torah said that if two Adim are coming, we have a din that we pass like they said. But it's not because we have a raya that the fact was like that. Maybe two Adim could also say a lie.
Hoidus Badin is the same thing. It's Exayas Akusif. You're talking over here about the Welt Chakran.
No. But what is Exayas Akusif? By those Baldin Exayas Akusif is that what you said, when you're mechuyev, it's true. Because a man won't be mechayev himself if he doesn't know the money. Now, Eidim, but the Torah said we believe them, that is a din, not a biru. Then the Rambam says,
Wie kann man sagen, als mit Zadna Emonis? Sie muss doch sein, sehr ist der Kosten. Weil wie wollt gewinnen, als wollt Käfer gewinnen die ganze Sache? Wollt gewinnen Potter?
Oh, okay, you're right. But then he
said, Potter. Wie kann man sagen, als mit Emonis?
We're sure the Torah says that he owes. A man won't say, I owe money if he doesn't know.
Mendel, that exactly is the reason why we trust him. That's the reason why he's Naaman.
Because ever kept, okay.
Then the Rambam Pirches Halacha Beis says,
yeah, but this is the Zuxis Habirid. How do you know when the Torah Zuk zwei Eidem Gleitman, is it Mikoyech? Say the Sakosov, how you call it?
In Rambam.
In Badu,
the Moshe Rambam. He's talking about Novi. That's not, we believe him because he made ace or a mephis. It's because the Torah says, Kol Novi sheyamed acher meish Rabbeinu, eino no maminim bei mipno ace levadei. אלו מפני המצווה שציוו משה בתורה, ואומר, עדים נוס הנס, אלו תשמון. כמי שציוונו, לחתך הדובר על פי שניים עדים. ואף על פי שאיננו עדים, אם העידו אמס השקר. כך מצווה שמי מזה הנובי, אף על פי שאיננו עדים, אם הוא עשה אמס בקישב.
Rabbi Kalmenson, a Pasha Tesach HaKol can machen. The Raya, that's a Xeris Sakosu, well, Eid Sabir, about 100 Eid given the best of the zwei Eid.
That's what I'm going to be masber. The whole lineage from Eidim is a din. It's not a biru. Mashenkin Edoas Baldin is a biru. That's why.
How do you know that?
What's your proof? You read the Rambam now to show this is a din. But that the Eid Echad Moide is a biru from Hechan Dantuni. From Van Nemen does.
The Ktos explained it like that. That Meide Bemiktzes, why do he has to swear on the 150? Because one half, it's true that he owes. Since he owes half, so we're saying, Raglayim Ledovo, that something happened here and maybe he owes the whole thing. But if the 50 that he was made, we wouldn't be sure, so he wouldn't have to swear.
Mikoyach HaShvir.
Why did the Torah give him a shvur? Because 50 he owes. So since he does Baldin is a biru, and the din from Eidim, the whole din that we were relying on Eidim is a din. When did the Torah give them din from Eidim? If we have a suffix. If we don't know a thing, what happened? So the Torah says, you ask Eidim, and if there is 2 Eidim, we're going according to 2 Eidim. But if you had that thing, a Heidos Baldin, we don't have any more a suffix. It's not that a Heidos Baldin is stronger than Eidim. In the place that we have a Heidos Baldin, the Torah didn't give them din from Eidim.
So you're saying is, B'mukim was the Torah Mechayev Gewein Shvir, side by Echot, and side by Heidos Baldin, it has to come Mekoyech a bitter, which is geworden durch shaky the situation. In Meile sieht man, as the Torah tem gegleibt. Es nicht, kenne ich an Exaris Akusev.
Yeah. It's
because we believe. Eid Echad is also bitter?
I know Eid Echad is a besondere Scheile.
No, yeah, because Eid Echad is bitter.
You brought in the Eid Echad here. We don't need here the Eid Echad. We're trying to be mevare the Eidos Baldin. Eid Echad im Chai Bal Nashvua.
in the Gemara, it talks about Moed B'Mikzas, and it says he really wants to give the whole thing. He doesn't have the money, so he gives part. Is that part of the proof that it's bitter, that whole discussion in the Gemara?
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. That because he admitted, we believe that he owes it all. That's exactly what he's saying.
So since he does Baldin, is the Torah said that it's a biru, so we don't have any more Shaila. Now, when it comes to Adim is only a din. When did the Torah give them din to believe Adim? And a sofek, nicht a. That's why Edos Baldin is stronger than Adim.
Two Yitzhak it's Arachan.
Now we'll understand the Loshen Edos Baldin Kmea Adim. When the Gemara says Kmea Adim, Meyo in Loshen Chazal, it's like it says that a guzme at the most. Like Chazal, when they wanted to say a lot, they catch the number of 100. 100 is like a shlemes, the most. So the Chachomim wanted to be masbir why they does Baldin, Machayev. So the Gemara said, it's like hundreds of people are saying to you something. That show it to you.
Also, Chassidus, the 100 is Me'eh Eser Pamim Eser. That's shlemes.
Very good. So when you have a lot of people are saying to you something, more people makes more biru. Because even if the Torah said to believe two Adim, it's not because they're saying true. Could be not. That is a din. Since it's a din, that's why Trei Kemeo and Meir Kitrei, like you said before. Why are two like 100 and 100 like two? Because it's just a din. If it would be because we believe in probably the saying the truth, so we have 100 people are saying same thing, shows more truth than the two people are saying a thing. But since the whole thing from Adim is a din, like the Rambam said, the din from Adim is Trei Kemea and Meir Kitrei. But still, when you have more people are saying to you something, it shows more reason that it's true what they're saying.
Are there any other examples of bir a pasuk? Xeris a pasuk is a birer?
No, the Rambam says no. The Rambam says even the Torah says there is a din that two Edim are telling you a thing, you have to do like they're saying.
No, I'm saying this to me is a bisol modena by Eid Echad Moide that it has a din of a birer, even though it's in the pasuk. And I'm asking you, is it?
Stop a second. You're mixing kasha with barsh.
No,
I'm not talking about Eid Echad.
I'm asking punk.
No. There is the Aidas Baldin. That means I ask you for money and you admit. Not Eid Echad. Eid Echad is where you're not admitting.
I'm not talking about it if I said that. But Aidas Baldin, he's saying that even though it says in the pasuk, it's a bitter. It's ne'emonus. That's what and so I'm asking him, is there a zazach in Torah and andere fallen that it's a pasuk, but it's bitter, it's ne'emonus?
Why not? Yeah.
Or bitter.
Rov. The Eicha Shaila, but the union from Rov, that you're going according to Rov, is there is another opinion that's a biru.
If you both bringing out smachta type, the base of the Medrash up as a precarious, you come to the Yeshua, that's in fact. The Yidden Alain don't keep the Torah. The Torah is up Achei Rabim Lahatris, the Rav Ha'olam is Bleitnish Nemish. Rabbi Yeshua entered, then the Gekman Basar Rav and Sasafik. Aber mir weiß noch dem, was es da eingestellt ist. Davon noch nicht gegen Basar Rav.
There's a story with Rabbi Yosef Kalmenson. When he was a young boy who already was very sharp. So once the governor asked his father, send me in the palace your little son. I want to have a talk with him. I heard that he's very smart. Fine. So he sent it. So Rabbi Yosef came to the palace. and he wanted to know in which room is the governor. So he looked on that side. All the windows were without a shade. One window was a shade, closed. So he went over there, understood that the governor stays and watching to see if he'll find his room. So he's staying behind the curtain. He came in, so the governor asked him, how did you know? He said, because in your room, the only room was with a shade. Then the governor asked him, and if it wouldn't be that, how would you know where to go? So he said, I would ask the people who are working over there. So he asked him, and if one will tell you here and one will tell you here, what will you do? So he said, I'll go according to the Rav. The Torah said, so the governor asked him, oh, you're going according to the Rav. So the Christian are a majority. Jewish people are very few. So why don't you go according to the Rav? So the reason I answered him what was Rabbi answered. If I don't know, I would ask. But when I know that you're here, even if all the workers will tell me that you're in another room, it won't help. I know, I saw you here. Then the thing that he went up with him from the town, took a little walk, and they came to the church. And Rabbi Yosef told him, let's look on the top of the church. We see over there Malachim are dancing. Fine. So he stays with the king. People are passing by and asking the king, and well, what are you looking over there? So Rabbi Yosef tells him, you don't see? There are Malachim angels are dancing on the church. They thought a minute and said, oh, yeah. And they came also next to the king and looking. The whole town came and were looking and how they saw the Malachim dancing. So Snapshis told the governor, you see how you could rely on the Rav.
I svara, or as Adis is Xeris Akosu, how does that relate to Shtar? Kamisha Nechker Edusam Bebezdin. Is Eichet Xeris Akosu or Sabir? Shtar Bitter?
Yeah, two Adim are making a Shtar.
Aber ihr sagt doch, Adim is nicht kein Bitter. Shtar. Adim is Xeris Akosu.
But the Torah says that we have to believe him.
Ich verstehe, das frage ich euch. Ist das Star Eich, der Torah sagt, nicht kein Bitter. Kann sein zu liegen. Kann sein zu Missouri. Aber der Torah sagt, nicht verstehen.
Ja.
Verschenken, Roy, Chazaka, die anderen Sachen als Bitter.
It depends, the Chazaka, the Kamas, we can't put everything together. But right. Here in that meaning from the Dos Baldin, and that is what Chazal say, he does Baldin Kmea Adim. The Chazal want to say that the Dos Baldin is a biru. Just like if you have thousands of people are telling you a thing. So you would believe, because they have more people, the most people, same thing in a Dos Baldin. And that's why a Dos Baldin is stronger than Adim. Because Adim is bepale, the Torah says, that's a din. You have to do what Adim are saying. And that din the Torah gave only if we have a suffix. If you have a Dos Baldin, that's a biru. So the Torah didn't give a chalem din for Adim.
So a bitter ishteke wie the Gzeiris HaKosef when they have the two contradicting?
No, the Gzeiris HaKosef from Adim, the Torah didn't give that din. When
you don't need it. You don't need that is unkum to the Adim. Adim are only asked to come when they don't.
Das ist unkum, aber ob sie kommen, glaube ich sie nicht. Weil die Torah hat nicht gegeben, in dem Din von dem Mann. Auf Adim, wenn der Ding ist boru.
Wenn ich weiß, ist es a Buri, und sie kommt zwei Eidem. Ich weiß, dass jene schuldig an dem Geld. Und der Dain sitzt und weiß. Und sie kommt zwei Eiden und sagt, es ist nicht schuldig Geld. The Torah sagt, that you have to believe the Adam, even if it's Vada, the others, it's only when you're Messipic. If you bevada the guy owes money, it doesn't help.
The Dayan waste. Had gesehen, waste. In der Rambam sagt Torah nicht passen mit Edim. Auch bei denen kann Dayan nicht mehr Chayev sein. Der Mensch weiß Echot. Aber darf sich ausdrehen von dem Din. Das ist der Din Merume.
You could have both, no? You could have also a Birur, but what's Koveh is the
But the Din von
Edim.
Edim.
Chadushes jetzt ist, dass der ganze Platz, wo der Torah gegleibt Eidem, is only if it's a matzav of a suffix.
Nicht auf dem Warte.
L'chatchila is a suffix for Birur ba'achreze.
Beschaß ich habe das bald Din, die Tere gesagt hat, die Metzies ist das. Ich glaube.
Der Fall ist nicht machisch. Man kann nicht machisch sein. Aber es ist ein Wadai. Aber Edim, man kann machisch sein.
So, man sucht das ist nicht dieser, du ist Baldin, ich stecke wie Eidem. Wenn du ist Baldin, ist es geworden ein Wadai, wo es Eidem kann nicht helfen. Tanai Metzies.
Ja.
Das Baldin ist, als wie ein Mensch wollte gekommen zu einem Mensch mit der Twie und bringt 100 Eden und es nicht da Emetzer, was das machisch ist Chayev. Das ist der Pshat, das Baldin.
Nein, bei Maya Eidem, ich kann billig, bleibt weiter Suffix.
Als 100, als Edim
ist echt da ein Birur. Aber die Tere hat nicht geglaubt, hat nicht gegeben den Ding von Edim mit seinem Birur. Weil zwei Edim können schon mal sagen, erleben. Das ist ein Ding. Aber wie hast du da eine Sache, 100 Edim sagen wir dir? Das mehrere Birurs, sagt mir mehrere, hat die Sache ist er sei. Jetzt hat allem gedacht, hey, das war Ding, kemea Edim. Mehr, I think, was 1 million Edim.
The Raya Dover is when the Haidah is about din Shvetin is good, when hat that kind of swara of Mishatan Libatar, Shaloi Las Biatmik, then a hot can be there anymore. Then the ganze Sache of Quebec is that
up, yeah.
Wenn es für uns für Edim, es ist nicht das Suffix 50-50. Es ist Korav Levadai, Abirur. Nochmals denn, es kann sein, es ist eine kleine Möglichkeit, als für ein Suffix F-Share kann sein, der sein.
Aber Edim, aber Schnein Edim, ist mir Missin und Malkin. Mir geht da viel Mensch Misse. Dort der Rambam. Es ist nicht, weil ich bin sicher. Eibst du mit einem Büro, mit dem ich kann tagen an einem Mensch für 2 Edim. Und das sagt, es ist ein Kost, aber Din. Eibst du Din, ist, wenn es wo die Tere die geben dem Din. Die Tere die geben dem Din ist, ich habe nicht kein Büro. Man schenke bei das bei Din, habe ich ein Büro.
Was ist the Nitva is nicht hat nicht ein Bitter von he does about din. He has a different bitter, Migoy, other rowing, but it is nicht starker from the, but he has a bitter.
I'll be this way. Ich habe mich einmal mal so gehen, so zugehen in Babasre, sich sagen Migo neged Edim. Der Loch ist Migo neged Edim, sage ich nicht. Ob sie da am Domar ad Rabbi halt, ad ich sage Migo neged Edim. Ad Migo neged Edim ist begleit der Migo. Schapelle. Amigo. Zarai Amigo, ich weiß, Migo leid zu dem Rinnen. Wie kann ein Amigo stark werden? Aber ich mache sogar mit dieser Woche. Migo ist ein Büro. בשעה שדו המיגו, in stocken dem von Edim. Nicht der Migu ist starker wie Edim. Sicher Edim der stärkste Keach. Mit Edim haget man. Man geht skillen mit Edim. Aber beschaße da Migu, glaube ich nicht der Edim. Hat die Teren nicht gegeben dem Ding von Edim, dem an der Omar. Und haben.
Aber wieso jetzt früh gesucht, sei es ist. Wenn du a Mig und du a Bidder, das ist nicht du Kasufik. Im Meil kommt schon nicht dran rein.
Ja, das sage ich.
Ich habe gekauft ein friedige Stickel und Mäudelik.
Yes, sehr klar, was Migui Lahaiti Lerminon, die alle Sachen, weil es nicht in Kirche in the money. You have a reason to lie.
I'm not sure if it's.
Migui Lahaiti, you say, machen Geld.
You know that I won't.
So der Pshat ist nicht, was ist stark ist, was ist klar.
Weil die Teren nicht gegeben haben dem von Edim. Adin hat die Teren gegeben nur Ebi Sasofik. Ebi Chob auf die Sache Bio hat die Teren nicht gegeben dem von Edim.
Ist bei Mokim heute aus Baldin.
Was?
Bei Mokim Shechav Lachedim.
Jammert die doch nicht geht zu anderen. Ist auch nicht begleibt. Der Ding von uns Baldin ist nur, wenn er wegen sich. Wenn er wegen der Zweite nicht begleibt.
Für was ein hat dem Oisimat Meiroshe, hat er begleibt? Das ist auch...
Die Drama sagt auf dem. Weil am Anfang Menschen einfach bitter dem Leben. Ja, und geht, will besser soll ihm misten. Und nicht.
Was soll man glauben ihm?
Why is it Casey Mitzvah Russia? Why is he believed? Is that your question?
He's not believed. They know the
He's not believed as Russia.
Oh, but in money, it's not okay. Yeah.
Jens hat sich mit der Heilige Lekai Memal. Ich kenne es nicht mit der Heilige Lekai Memal, machen ein Tarusche.
It's not because the Lord shut them again in the Shome and them goof. And the Shome loch, Vaguf Shaloch.
Aaron, when you speak amongst Lubavitchers, when you quote the pasuk at Iyah, Chelek and Kamimal, you have to add the one more word out the Rebbe says in Tanya. Mamish. Chelek and Kamimal, Mamish.
Yeah, give him a break. Come on, don't pick on him, please.
No, it's nicht in der Luft, it's in Mamish, wir können es antaten.
Was wird sein, aber ob Lechatchila ist machisch gewesen und nicht Moide gewesen und danach ist Moide. Sagt man, als macht sich Rasha jetzt? Also sagt, dass sagt, liegen früher und jetzt will Tshuva tun?
Aber damals sagt die Geld, ist beliebt. Aber damals auf dem Rosche, auf dem Prater der Rosche, damit nicht beliebt.
Und was ist geschehen? Er hat ihm geteinet, sie nicht geteinet?
Ja, geteinet und
er hat ihm geteinet, er kommt mit der Teine.
Und ist gesagt, dass Loyayutwan im Eilam und eine Woche später kommt und sagt, ich bin Moide. Kann man ihm glauben jetzt?
Beschaffer in Meide glaubt man.
Jetzt. Aber was wird sagen?
Mit was hat Rosche? Weil er geliked.
Ja, wacht für zurück hat er gesagt, Leute waren im Eiland.
No, der Tshuva getan, will kein Geld.
He doesn't become a apostle Laedis, right?
No, he doesn't become a apostle Laedis.
That's because ain't nothing Mason is out for Russia? That's why he doesn't become apostle Laedis?
Was soll ich tun? Der Mensch hat lieben, wird man nicht apostle Laedis.
Right, and first of all, Yisrael, when I come over to you and I ask you for money and you deny it, I don't have agent to be mocking you. It's just my word against your word. What makes me stronger than you? You're not a Russia per se. So later you changed your mind. That doesn't. You weren't makdish.
But if I'm moida later, that means I was lying before.
All right.
Publicly in court.
You know already from earlier. You don't become a Russia because you lied. You become a Russia if you were found by Aiden to be guilty. Not just because you said something. You know.
When sucht später, dass schon Shiva getan, it's automatically clean up.
Yisrael. What is that? Everybody talks Lashon Hara. He's part of the latest.
I thought a Russia is as defined by the Mechaber, somebody who's eligible for lashes. That's what I thought the definition was.
Correct.
With Rabbanon, no, you can say Rabbanon is Surim.
Okay. Shakoyach.
Rabbi Kalmenson, was sagt das? Es ist nicht kein Bachimor. Diese junge Leute. Sie geht sich. They will very cool. Right to the hachkim yasik bedin in momentus.
Yes, good.
Was after the Baruch Hashem ganz klug und sie will lernen Teire.
Shikoya, very interesting. I enjoyed it.
Shikoya, thank you very, very much.
Größten Dank. Baruch Hashem.
Lichtigen Shabbos. Größten Dank.
Größten Dank.
We spent a few summers together in Machne Menachem. I don't know if you remember my Shmayanki skits. It's good to see you again. It's good to hear you again.
50 years ago, I spent some time with you in Brunwa.
Okay.
Shema de Moralach. Be well, bye.
Yeah, thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Matzliach.
Have a good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Okay. And thanks for speaking in English.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Okay, thank you.
I figured out that if somebody would understand them Shiur, he would understand also my English.
Oh, of course. Thank you. It was very colorful, too. Very colorful group. Okay, thank you again, Rabbi.
Culture.
Be well.
Welcome.
Oh no, not again. I can't take it. Wow.
The oven only needs 10 minutes to warm up.
Okay.
Well, why do you do this?
Well, because I thought I would be able to make it.
There. I'm going out there. I'm going out there. I'm going out right now. Going out now.
I'll call you this time. I'll put.
You didn't tell him when to call.
Just text back and I'll call you.
Tell him when to call. Tell him when to call.
Why should I change the book?
You say pick up the kid.
Somebody probably goes next row. Just go over there and pick up the kid now.
That was not you.
These guys think that they're smart. They all think that they're talking about rabbis. Well, he supposedly did it, okay? That's what I'm saying. He's a very forgetful guy. And but the problem with him is, you know how, like, open up something in Windows about 5 different ways? And if I didn't open it up this way, it was like how to open it up. I saw that I had a better way to open it up. But when I opened it up, I wanted to open it up. Put it that way, don't get control over the local password. What I wanted to do, very simple. Right? I want to.
You watched it next day, John, and then you left.
He did the other stuff for days. All I wanted to do was to have my coffee club. That's what that's. When I set up my thing, I found stuff covered.
But did you set?
Let me tell you what it is.
Did you set them up?
Let me tell you, let's see if you can answer. Recover, right? All of you have the same question. Number one, where were you born? Not you. Question number two, where did you come?
Did you use all capitals in the answer?
Probably doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Spell like New York.
Matter.
New York, you spell like New York.
Okay, but I was just trying to.
N-E-W, okay, N-E-W, N-E-W, K-O-R-Z.
I would try the capital first.
But excellent, excellent. Where did your parents? So parents?
I would say your parents met in New York.
Oh, that final question is the hard one. What was your husband?
Awesome.
Whoa! And that has a capital too. Did you know that?
No, I would have tried to have a capital.
Oh. So there you go. Well, see, I made this. I'm going to document it, but I made it for any book for that. But there's no Shiloh.
But I want to know how you got that nickname.
How I get into there?
How did you get that nickname?
Yeah, I had this really good friend named Steve Cohen. And he's the one who gave everybody with me. All the girlfriend after it, because every time someone got pregnant.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, this is not first. And
one of my things hold on and in my hollow. And then so
No wonder all those friends are lesbians now. All your girlfriends.
my girlfriend's on the lesbians.
Sure.
Well, except my girlfriend.
Not with your girlfriend, your fruit.
I don't know many lesbians in my group. The only lesbian I know is Paul and daughter.
Oh, take a look for poker.
Okay.
After vote.
So, anyways, so, you want me to tell you about that?
Yeah.
So, Steve Cohen, you know who he is now? He's one of,
Yeah. And how many works?
Right, I was there. He was a Cohen, so they were having like 6 kids at a time. Right. Okay, fine. So he was doing everybody's name. So he said, you know, he knows my name. What's my name? You know my name?
No.
Brand does, right? You know that? So that was my name. So he goes, Brand does. Brand does. What do you think he says next?
John Brando.
Brand does. That was a big deal at that time. Maybe you wouldn't get that. At that time, like, don't buy brand X, you pay, buy President. Don't buy brand X, don't buy brand X. So we brand X. Then we go, brand X, X brand. X brand. Now I have to remember the guy's name. Oh, X brand was the guy's name. It was actually X brand. Yeah. Now, I should not tell you any more of the story.
What? No.
Yes. Look up X brand and see what gold is for.
Tell me.
Oh, what? So gold is for it?
No, I want you to tell me.
X brand played the role of a in Seattle in Congress for which President Nancy Darren TV bus.
There's a TV show called Nancy.
Nancy, not Nancy Pelosi. Nancy.
Nancy Derringer?
Not Nancy, Nancy Darren. Why would
Nancy Derringer with a TV show?
Yeah. Have you know what Darren
In
is?
the early 60s?
Know what Darren is? A little tiny.
I've never been